Beyond the stormy wind, there is also something else you simply can't avoid in Denmark, and this is tax. If you can't avoid it, it's at least worth getting to know and understand the Danish tax system and the various taxes. This is a knowledge on which your quality of life and the success of your business may depend.
Welcome to the Business Lessons in Denmark podcast. Our podcast gives the answers to your business related questions that have not been answered yet or things that haven't even crossed your mind. My name is Edina Bohos and I am here with my colleague Katalin Balog. We are owners of Cool Account CPS, a Danish accounting office. Hi Kati, you mentioned in the introduction that this episode is going to be about taxes. Let's see then, what do I need to know about the Danish tax system?
Well, quite a lot. As a business owner, you will come into close contact with several types of taxes, depending on the type of your business. In this and our subsequent episodes, we are going to discuss the types of taxes that most business owners encounter.
Okay, let's start with VAT then, which is called moms in Danish, right?
Yeah.
In earlier episodes, we have already mentioned that I, as a business owner, probably have to register for moms, but let's take a closer look at this.
Well, everyone is somewhat familiar with this type of tax as it exists in most countries, perhaps the USA, the only major country where it is not implemented. The English name VAT is an abbreviation of value added tax. The name comes from the fact that it is added to the price of a product or service at each stage of production, distribution, or sale, as value is added to the service or production until it gets to the end consumer.
Yes, and what does the Danish word moms mean? Is this also an abbreviation?
Yes, this is also an abbreviation. It comes from the word meromsetningsafgift, which literally means added turnover tax. Later, the name was changed to merværdiafgift, literally added value tax. And this is the current name. The abbreviation, however, remained MOMS based on the original word because it is easy to remember and pronounce. Where would probably be more difficult.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, and but what is moms actually, and what should I do with it as a business owner?
MOMS is a tax paid on products and services, and it is always paid by the end user, the final consumer, but must be charged at every stage of the distribution of products and services. Its rate is determined by the state. In Denmark, it is 25%. What you as a business owner should do with it is that if you are registered for MOMS, you must also include this tax in the price of your products or services.
Okay, so if I would like to get 40 krona for a portion of goulash soup in my Hungarian restaurant, then I have to add the 25% moms on top of that. And then the goulash soup will cost 50 krona to the hungry guests because I have to add 10 krona moms to it. And you said the moms will be added in each step of the sale. So the raw materials which I bought for the goulash soup also include moms. So the farmers who sold me the beef, carrots, potatoes, and pepper all added 25% moms to their prices, and I paid it. A kilo of potatoes might have been 10 krona originally, but I paid 12 and half krona for it together with moms.
Yes, that's right. This is how it works. There is basically one key datum in this regard, namely that the MOMS that you charged me is not your money. You charge it to your customers, the customers pay you, and so the money comes into your bank account, but it is not your money. This is so important that every business owner should write it on a sticker and put it on the computer screen, engrave it into the door frame, or make a neon sign out of it. I don't know what, but you should have to do something to make it stick.
Okay, so as a business owner, I can't use the MOMS. It just flows through my business, right?
Yeah.
So I charge it, I collect it, but I only have it temporarily since I have to pay it to the state after a while.
Yes, exactly. When a business owner gets in trouble with moms, it usually is for two reasons. Either because of a lack of knowledge, or because he does not respect that the moms is not his money. If you don't earn enough, it's relatively easy to fall back on the moms, which is on your bank account anyway. But spending moms is like peeing in your pants. There is this Danish saying,
Yeah.
which comes from the fact that when a person is cold, if you pee in your pants, at first it will be pleasantly warm, but after a short time, of course, it will be even more cold than before.
Yeah, I can, everyone can imagine this picture.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's the same with the moms. Um, if you don't earn enough, then you have to deal with the reason why you are not earning enough. Maybe you don't work enough. Maybe you don't work effectively enough. Maybe your marketing is not satisfactory. Maybe you don't have any marketing at all. Maybe your prices are too low. It may also be that your costs are too high. There are many reasons why a business does not earn enough, and they can all be solved. But the solution is certainly not that one falls back on money that is not his.
That's for sure. But what about the months that I pay to the other companies during my purchases?
When your business is registered for moms, you can reclaim the moms you pay to your suppliers. That is the moms on the beef, the carrots, the potato, salt and pepper, and everything else you use for the goulash soup.
Yes, then actually, as a business owner, I don't have to pay months. Although I pay it at the time of purchase, I claim it back from the state later. So the end result is that it costs me nothing.
Yes, that's right. We started by saying that MOMS is a tax that is paid by the end consumer. Until a product or service reaches the end consumer, it goes through several phases. The producer sells to the wholesaler sells to the retailer sells to the customer, or the consumer. Yeah. In each phase of this process, the seller charges moms, but the business in the next phase can reclaim it. Only the last link, the end consumer, cannot reclaim it. In other words, this tax is eventually paid by the end consumer.
I understand. It would be good to see all this through an example. So, if I buy 10 kilos of carrots for my restaurant, and the seller would like to get 100 krona for the carrots, then he will charge me 125 krona, including moms. He gets 100 krona from this 125 actually, because he has to pay 25 krona moms to the state. On the other hand, as a business owner, I will reclaim these 25 krona moms. So if we look at it from the state's point of view, the state receives 25 krona moms, but then it gives 25 krona moms back to me. So no tax revenue was actually received in this phase.
Yeah, that's correct. Also, if we look at it from your viewpoint, you didn't pay moms either. I mean, you did, but then you reclaim it. So ultimately, you didn't. This was the first phase. Here, in this phase, the seller was a business and the buyer was also a business, and moms ran through them, but none of them actually got any money. But let's move on to the next phase.
Yes, the next phase is that I cook 50 liters of goulash soup from these 10 kilos of carrots. I can sell around 120, 30 portions from this quantity. Here, then, as a business owner, I have to charge the moms again. So I would like to receive 40 krona for one portion soup, but I have to add 10 krona moms on the top. So the hungry guest will pay 50 krona to me. I know the 10 krona moms is not my money. I have to transfer it to the state. So I have 40 krona left.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, and here we reach the point where the state actually receives the moms as tax income, because the restaurant's guests are private people. So they can no longer claim back the 10 crowns which was paid as moms.
Yes, the final consumer pays the moms, and we as business owners who are involved in this whole process, we only administer it.
Yeah.
We charge it, we collect it, we store it in our bank account for a while, we report how much we collected, and we will pay what we need to the state.
Yeah, that's right. You, as a business owner, are actually doing a favor to the state by collecting this tax.
Wow, what a nice person. My, okay, but come on. So okay, I thought I had opened a Hungarian restaurant, but it turns out that I had become a tax collector.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, it's good that you mentioned reporting the moms, because indeed this is also part of your duties. You have to report how much moms you collected and how much moms you want to claim back after your purchases in every quarter or every half a year. Some businesses even have to report in every month.
Okay, so well, all things considered, it's not that complicated actually. So the point is that if I am registered for moms, I need to charge moms on my products or services, and I have to collect it. At the same time, I can reclaim the moms on my business purchases. And in addition, I must report to the state at regular intervals how much moms I charge and how much I claim back. And I must transfer the difference to the state. That's about it.
Yeah, broadly speaking. You remember that at the beginning we talked about that the word moms is short for mer omsättningsavgift, which literally means added turnover tax, and later the name was changed to mervärdeavgift, added value tax, and this is the current name. Um, it is called so because as the carrot goes from the farmer to the consumer through several phases, each phase adds a value to the carrot on which the moms is charged. The more phases the product goes through, the more added value it will have, and the higher moms will be charged.
Okay, clear. And the extra value I added to the carrot was that I cooked it and served it as delicious goulash soup.
Yeah, that's right. And so it was more expensive than the raw carrot, and so more moms could be charged on it than on the raw carrot.
Yeah. I think that from all the different types of Danish taxes, the moms is quite clear now. In our next episode, we are going to continue the presentation of Danish taxes, but due to the holidays, we are now taking a 2-week break.
That's right. Our next episode is coming out on Monday, the 8th of January. We hope, dear listener, that you will have something to occupy yourself with until then.
And we promise that the next episode will be first long wait. Today's episode was sponsored by Kulakon CPS. Kulakon CPS can help with starting your company with bookkeeping and tax matters. In addition, we also provide business and financial consulting. If you liked the show, then follow us and like our Facebook page. If you would like to contact us, you can do so via our website www.accounts.cool. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.